teach English 9, IB Lit 11, English 12, Mythology, and Theory of Knowledge.
Lisa, say your name again because I think it didn't pick up.
Hi, I'm Lisa Eddy.
Hi, I'm Kriss Gedeon. I can't say my name. Hi, I'm Kriss Gedeon. I really hope this is being edited. Hi, I'm Kriss Gedeon, and I teach high school English in Southeast Michigan in a rural school district, and we are both part of the Eastern Michigan Writing Project Teacher Research Group and Advocacy Group.
And we have been changed as teachers because of our work with the writing project and the advocacy work we're doing. Some of the changes that have happened for me is that I've come from being a lone individual to being a community member. And one of the ways that we've done that is that Kris and I have agreed to meet monthly to do our own professional development. I feel empowered to honor my story and tell my story as a teacher, and I publish some of my stories on a blog called Citizen Teacher. And this advocacy work helps me to see how my story connects to the stories of others and how we can find ways to collaborate to bring change and change the narrative about public school.
I think I've been changed by advocacy because I used to feel very alone, and I used to feel like the situation in education was so bleak in some ways that I felt very powerless. And after taking this class in advocacy, I made some small changes, and I have a lot of change yet that I would like to affect. But finding a few allies and making some changes have made me feel like I have power over my world, and like I can continue to make changes and don't feel so alone.
So one of the things we've had to think about as we do this work is how we stay safe. And one of the ways that we stay safe is that we find allies. And we have lots of wonderful allies through the Eastern Michigan Writing Project and the National Writing Project, through NCTE, through MCTE, and even in our own districts with our parents, students, and community members.
I think staying safe is really important, and that looks really different for different people. I think who you are and how you present yourself makes a big difference, and finding allies makes a big difference, and that especially for us, it doesn't necessarily look the same. But I think I am thinking carefully about both being diplomatic and being insistent on making the changes that I want to make. I was nervous about this video because it's one thing to say things in a presentation, and it's other thing to have it on the web forever and ever, amen. But I think that this is an important issue, that teachers advocating for themselves make a difference in the world, not just for themselves, but more importantly for our students, and that some amount of risk is worth making those changes.
I found that we have a lot of natural allies within the district documents and policies, and I've learned to examine the policies and documents to see how they connect with the changes I want to make, and use the language of my own district to collaborate with administration and help them to think about the issues that are important to me. Also, I volunteered to lead professional development in my school, so I can try to position myself as knowledgeable and willing to work for the district initiatives. I've often been a supportive colleague for the other teachers and a resource. I always invite the other teachers to ask for what they need if I know anything, and because of the networks we're a part of, I know a lot about a lot of things, and I'm excited to share that with others.
I think that one often forgotten about ally is my students. It's easy to forget how much my students want change too and want things to be better in their schools and their communities. And that's a good place to start because I already have good relationships with them.
And a very important ally is our university,
Right.
Eastern Michigan University, our teacher Kathy Fleischer, and all our colleagues from the Writing Project and our coursework.
Right.
And that's a huge foundation for my work, I'm sure for yours as well. If we were going to talk to teachers who wanted to do advocacy work, what would we say if they were looking to start out?
I would say take Kathy Fleischer's class during the summer because you will have a built-in group of allies and friends, and learn how to do things in a way that are smart and safe and savvy. I would say do research on what you are interested in changing because knowing your topic makes it easier to talk to people and be convincing. It's very easy for me especially to get caught up in the passion of it and forget that I have to actually convince other people. And I think that Lisa here wants to change the world and end all standardized testing. And for me, starting with a smaller goal made it seem more doable. So I did start with a smaller goal and something I could take action immediately and something where I only had to find a few beginning allies. And I was surprised by how much those small changes made a difference in how I felt and what I was able to do next.
I agree. Even though I have the giant goal, I also believe in starting small. And long ago, I took a Leopold education workshop, which made me want to integrate conservation education. And the first thing I did was one lesson.
Right.
And that led to me writing a whole integrated year-long curriculum, but that took about 10 years for that process to unfold. So we do start small, but as I'm saying with my work, with Leopold work, one thing leads to another, and things build on each other, and as we find allies, we find more work that we can get involved with that connects to ours. And then, of course, most importantly, I would say right to learn, right to think, and right to communicate and go public with your values and your ideas.
Yes. I think that's it. Thank you very much.